Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Moin. Hello, people of the interwebs. Jerry missing. Sorry for that. Jerry's priming and preparing stuff for Salute, so he's a busy bee. Hello, team, what's up? Orinoco, Jill, Hazy Boy, Dutch, and James Cuts. James, you're early today. Let me pull down the volume on my ear knobs. Stanley, welcome. So, no hot top, sorry. Yes, I guess Salute is this weekend, so hence why preparations need to be made. I hope everybody that attends will enjoy it. Since I'm not able to, I'll be drinking beer. I'm not sure. Does Salute have the same media center that that UK Games Expo has? Is there a bird cage, a fish tank for the OTT crew? Oh, they won that about it. Well, that's reasonable enough. One day. Yeah, okay. Well, to be fair, it's a lot of work to make this all happen. If you ever tried to do any kind of larger event, yeah, it's... Maybe they should put Justin in the fishbowl. Don't think that's how it works. Off to Expo for the first time this year, says Hazy Boy. So, since we're lacking a Jerry, we could be talking about what's happening in regards to Board Game World and tariffs. Hello, Crispin. Speaking of the devil, or we could be doing a classic Hobby Hangout and just look at the "What are you painting now" thread and wax lyrical about people's paint shops. Demon Summer, I'm pretty sure the date is communicated way in advance. Maybe set yourself a timer and a reminder in your calendars. No, there's no bleeping here. All talented bastards in the Waypan thread. The sole reason why I was thinking about tariffs is because about an hour ago I saw a post by Steve Jackson Games, and yeah, boy, he broke down how much producing a game costs in China via trying to do that in the US, and woo. But I guess we leave the politics to the ticks. They seem more suited for that. Excuse me, French. Yeah, a $25 game becomes a $40 game. Hello, Dick. Welcome to the show. So what do you say? I prepared the Waypan thread from start of 2025, because there's a lot of text also in there, and we could just scroll through and see what people have been up to since the beginning of this year. It's 4 months old at this time, so we finished the first quarter. I need Gary to call on his hobby magic and get me my deck back. We don't need no voodoo skills, Crispin. You need booby bees. Oh, Demons, what do you mean he made Jordan work for that interview? Was he just just very promotional? Oh, now I get it, Crispin. Yeah. My dog ate my homework. Well, that being said, animals and hobby, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I get it, Demons Up. If the answer to the question of the interviewer is so condensed that there's just nothing left, that's hard to go by. I feel most of the times if you're interviewing creative people, you're rather needing to rope them in to stop talking about a certain subject and get back to the point. Yeah, but let's just look at people's paint jobs and complain about how talented they are. I'll put you over here so that I keep an eye on you. And then there's, I think, this button. No, wrong button. This button. Wrong window. Like I planned. Hold on a sec. Firefox, wrong window. We go here. Yes, James, I will become Simon, and after I've started rating people's paint jobs, I'll be I'll be promising a lot of things and then make Kickstarters and never deliver. Scale of soap. Do I want to know what you mean by that, Crispin? A scale on scope. I'm guessing it's some weird prison stuff. Don't tell me I'm wrong. So let's go down to 2025. And we're starting with Baptist. He's done some shattery points. Yes, Stanley, I think there was talks about cutting that thread multiple times and nobody has done it so far, so so what I found with Blitzverper's painting style, he's a very clean boy. And he makes these little gaming miniatures do look like they're display pieces more than something to play a game with. To be fair, that's part just for the sculpting of the miniatures as well. Zolpinhead, welcome! 6 on the soap scale. Creature in the case, yeah, that's a good one, and we will come back to the little creature in a sec. Because it's not working this way. Is this a mole line? Is this a hair? Or what do we see here at this point? Because I'm having the trouble, even if I have fresh, clean miniatures, the second I go outside, prime them, there's some kind of spider webbing happen. It's a relative to Salacious Crumb. But if it's a mold line... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's some kind of hair webbing or anything. Does that happen to anybody else? We were scrolling past by the text, and there's the next of Blidverpus. Good evening, Zork. Hair, bane of my hobby. Yeah, even though it gets less on here, it somehow manages to multiply on a model. Yeah, Dutch, that's reasonable. If you don't paint, that can't happen to you. So there's little Grogu baby Yoda snottling in a pram with his defender. Well, I think he could have gone a bit more shiny if he went with the full-scale, newish, shiny armor. I'm not sure that how priming works, Dutch. I'm willing to give it a try, but I don't think that's how it works. Orinoco, don't use a cat to mask off a model. Oh look, Jerry focus. Very quick draw. Hence the sharpness. Public hair. Yes. And IG 11. We were probably not going for the whole 14 pages. So, yes, Zoipen, they do. Or they use, they look for a Turkish barber to do that. Grand Vanity Man has started doing Necrons. In an interesting color scheme. I don't think I've seen this green and yellow combination on weapons before, though I might be wrong. Don't hot glue in the summer with without having proper bandage. Hello, Ewok Kebab. And some more shattery points by Bloodverpus. He seems to be a friend of the weird alien tufts. The Lloyd man over, yeah. Indeed, rebels from Shetty Point. More Necrons. Again, this color scheme is very interesting, and I'm guessing you'll be very easily spotted on a tournament. The bases look a bit dull, but that's coming from someone who's painting his bases black, so don't mind me. And some battle tags. That's some panel lining you did there, mate. That's a hell of a lot of work to be done on those little buggers. I think they're doing a live panel right now again, if they can manage their tech. I was busy painting my dudes. We see if we can put this. Whoop. I'm currently at this stage, so speed paint red, speed paint black, and the canopies got white. He blinked and said, "Oh, don't worry, James. It'll be a project once it's done, and I'm planning on being done very soonish, because there's not much to that color scheme. House Recall is very forgiving, at least in that regard. More of the Necronis. Yes, James, I primed my Battletech Mercenaries black, and then I put on a white Zenith, and then I painted the upper half in speed paint red and the lower half in speed paint black. Oh, Flocker in Hell, thank you, Danley, for correcting me on that. I'm blaming Holiday. I'm not having work brain. My brain is in constant shutdown mode because I'm the week off work. Bloody hell. Done. Corrected. Well, alcohol can be blamed later. Yeah, Demons Sub Speed Pants. That's those for the ladies who do stripping. No, just rip them off and be done with it. What is the traditional dance category? Huh? Boobs, yeah, boobs. Boobs always work. Oh, hold on. I'm going to... bloody hell. I need a different browser with a separate window. And from there on, I'll go to there. Oh, you might hang on in a minute. Talks amongst yourselves. Speaking of boobage, stuff that has been shown to me via the media of media. It doesn't scale well. That's face page for you. Grimforge does upper halves of ladies. I tried to look up their shop, but they don't seem to have them on their store yet. And it's Facebook. Yes, nipples. Back to the show. So, popping in from wherever he has been hiding, Oriskany and his military 28mm US infantry. I'm so used to using my middle mouse button to open images that actually using them in the forum thread in a different way is irritating. Yes, Dutch, it was on 1st of April, but I don't think they would be making a joke that precise and pointy. Yeah, if you can say something about Jim that he doesn't go halfway if he starts a project. I'm pretty sure he's quite happy now that Army Painter is doing the Army Painter historical range with paints. How did they phrase it? Checked by actual historians. I mean, that's all fine dandy, but still, you all get the wrong kind of green on your uniforms. Any bets on if that is a transfer or free-handed? I say that's a transfer. I couldn't be asked to do a freehand on that scale. No Soviet paints yet, Dutch. There might still be one coming along. Yeah, Uriskini and his armies. Yeah, they announced those three, but again, maybe they're just testing waters. Or, if we come to think on how they allegedly did the testing of the colors to see if it's color correct, maybe they didn't find anybody who was willing to bet his reputation on getting Russian uniforms correct. Maybe they didn't have any, what you call it, examples of the past. Well, Ewok, I'm pretty sure somewhere in this world, someone actually sewed on their ranking insignia the wrong way because they didn't know better. So. Yeah, Demons Up. They should name a color after Russian uniform. More Necrons. How many Necrons does this man have? The answer is yes. Like the subtle violet glow that he's added to the heads. Imagine inventing a page called Russian uniform and then it's just an off-white. I think you'll find. Tauchi is doing starter fleets for war rockets. Never heard of that game. Has anybody of you heard of that game? I think the lad got a golden button for these. At least they seem quite familiar, even though I didn't. Yeah, that's my take on that, Danley. I think he got a golden button for those. At the throne! But somebody got paint splatter on his boots. And there's some militaristic looking duties. Throw him before he got middle-aged girth. Oh no! Look, I did painting at the start of the year. I did little murder teddies. They've been done and dusted by now. They are sitting in their cases. Even more! To be fair, they start to look like Judge Dredd? Or is that just me? Good night, Dutch. Not stacks, but two units. Thanks to Horatio Noseblower sending over another set of them. Ooh, flayed ones. Those are a kind of Necrons I always found very interesting. Why would a perfect machine engulf itself in cruddy meat slabs? Whack a kebab? No, we don't whack kebabs. Good work on you, Mr. Jambus Cuts. What are you painting? If I might inquire that question to you. And even more Necrons. I think this is becoming Necro Central. A necropolis, if you were. Some Wemster dude. Okay, James. You keep your secrets to yourself. I'm not sure about the backstory for the flayed one, Stanley. There might be something along those lines. That's a nice little force. And Demon Sub is only thinking of what he could be painting. Well, that's a lot of possibilities, isn't there? Peace and quiet? You got peace and quiet, Ewok, and you dare to tell us that you've got peace and quiet? Ha! How dare you? Space Weirdos is not Space Gits, is it? No, it's not. It's a different game. More text. Oh, look. A monolith. Somehow the paint scheme, the color scheme doesn't work that well, but maybe this is just a work in progress. Even more of those dreaded ones. Oh, the terrain from Shatterpoint. I've got a team all named Jump. I'm not too keen about the current terrain situation coming from Atomic Mass games, to be fair. The stuff they do for Shatterpoint is way overpriced. The bigger things they've done for Legion are way overpriced. But I'm hoping that the new sets that they've announced for Legion coming in the next 12 to 18 months are a bit more reasonably priced. Because they do look like nice scatter terrain. Oh look, a solo Han. Chief Chump, Chump 1, Chump 2, Heavy Chump, Midi Chump, Metal Chump. I don't think it's a color shifting paint or Orinoco. What the hell is... Oh, it's a test model. It's a weird... Oh, excuse me. Sudden lack of oxygen. Weird looking little dwarf? Question mark? By half finished kits. Half finished kits, that's a very specific and weird username, but I think fitting for our hobby. Look, snowy troopers. Oh no, he missed the chance to make yellow snow. No yellow snow in sight. He's a very naughty dwarf. He's not the Messiah. Oh, tripods. Sort of. Kind of. Necron walkers. See, Games Workshop, this is how you did miniatures with large spindly appendages, and they still are quite stable. All four of them attached to the flocking floor. Chat is going on with very weird crew member names. Snowy Troopers sounds like some actor who was an old western, but you never knew his name when you see him. Yeah, I guess that's not too far from the truth. I feel, judging by this thread so far, 2025 is the year of the Necron. Yeah, have fun with that in your eye holes. Pickle Rick, the whatever it's called. And here is the exact opposite of what I was just talking about regarding having miniatures on a solid base. This feels like there's a little snap point waiting to be happening. Nice purpley color though. Also, what's with the background here? Where did you get that? What is that? Is that a Games Workshop thing or from somewhere else? It doesn't look like Mantic terrain stuff, is it? Chat, do you know the background, the weird tile system that he's using? Probably some old unobtainable Games Workshop stuff, with my rotten luck. I was thinking Mantic at first too, but there's no connector points. Mantic usually has these connector bridges across. See, there's my prediction. It's the Games Workshop 1 for tiles from Necromunda. So, basically, they could be non-existent. Oh look, Vaderies. And some more Stormtroopers. Oh, and while on the subject of Star Wars, I had a look around some Adapticon footage, and I've seen a... Was it even Adapticon? I think it wasn't a different venue. Somebody made a mouse droid, you know, this black little boxy thing, and inside there was a mouse dressed up like a driver from an 8080 and just leaning outside through a little door. It's just very, very nifty. Oh no. Plitvertus. You missed a spot. Look. Yeah. You missed a spot. No. Oh no. No. Or rather, you hit a spot you didn't want to. Can't have a gold button now. Oh, look. I'm again. That's a sound wave, and there's the tiny little dudes that are already finished. Still need to make the diorama itself, though. Get the dettel out, start again, yeah. Well, he could just use a different color and try to hide that spot. No, more text, more text. And even more text. I don't think this... isn't a painting job, is it? Nah, that's not. Dog Vermin did a... What is this? Outcast faction from Malifaux, Taros crew. That's a weird miniature, if I've seen one. Ghost Rider, but riding his casket? Schlarbry. That's what I call a liquor. They do remind me of something. That's a crossbreed between a Zerg and a... what do you call him again? Squid. A liquor from front. Oh, it's not a liquor, it's a tentacle boy. I've seen enough anime, I know where this is going. That's an interesting crew. Lady, you got blood on your skirt. You might want to wash that with cold water. Another shot of Mr. Tentlicky. He seems very fond of his Tentlickies. I do like this posing of that weird gunman on casket. And the leathery looks of his coat is also very cool. Some kind of magician? Question mark? And she has a very bad looking arm. I would go and see a doctor for that. Squidnid. You could call it a squidnid. And after Dog Vernon is Blipvertus again, with even more shattery points. Feels like he has gotten all the shattery points. Excuse me. Ah, I have the low point. Oh, you don't say, James. We haven't seen Necrons in a while. Oh, supplies. Well, that could have gone better. Could have. Can you see what he'd done on that coaty thing? He went in and edged every little single one. You mad? Gods! Gods! Blind Io and a tourist of some description. Again, I think this project has been seen on the XLBS. I feel. Or it has been on this very show and I just forgotten about it. Grandin Van Man, but not what's it called, Necrons. It's heroes in a hard shell. Going skating, eating pizza, driving around in a A-team van for some reason. No tortoise. Well, not tortoise, but a different kind of beast. What the hell is this eclectic mix? So on the far left, I think we have some kind of Conan. In the middle looks like... what's his face? Boromir. And on the very front, there's a skeek and something from Burrows and Badges. I'm guessing on the far right is potentially Infinity. By Basic Brush. Well, it's February at this time and he has finished 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 miniatures. I feel that's an accomplishment. Oh fuck. It's miniatures 96 to 103. The year is almost 50 days old and he has managed to do over 100 miniatures. It makes 2 miniatures a day. What? Pickle Rick again. Oh fuck. Oh, Rick and Morty, I think. I never seen that show. So I'm just going off by sheer guesswork and memes I've seen on the interwebs. Oh look, cobblestone miniatures, almost done. So much text in a painting thread. And again, Grand Vanity Man carrying the torch with more miniatures for Foot Clan? Krang? I'm pretty sure that dude here, second to the right, is from more or less Big Trouble in Little China. And why in the world do you need 3 bottles of plastic cement? Am I still live? Chat is awfully quiet tonight. I'll just pretend you're all painting. I is alive, says James. Thank you very much. Adds a lot of ghastly looking enemies for any kind of dungeon. Maladum monsters. Never heard of that. I hope you'll be doing Hobby, Zoipin. And also you, Celtic Man. There will be a test later. You all have to share your project links. I can't do this with a straight face. Yes, they're very dark. I feel, if I had to guess, he went on with a very light zenithal and then a lot of speed painty types. because that's the result you usually get with it. Fantasy core space from battle system. Oh, I see. Pizza van. Oh god. Them turtles got pizza. Zolpenhead is counting minis into units for a new Draga army. Hello, Taurus, welcome. Oh, don't talk about pizza now, lads. Other way, I'm getting hungry again. No minis, no minis. And Blipvert is coming again by the means of Shattery Point. Why is it that Ezra looks like Pinocchio? I'm pretty sure it's just a lighting error that the light coming from above hitting his nose so predominantly, but he looks like Pinocchio. At least to my fueled brain. Oh, and some black evil guys. I feel this is a very forgiving paint job. And someday I might try to replicate heated metal. I always see that and then think to myself, nah, I can't be bothered. Yes, they are very slim. I think that's down to the fact that they actually took models one-to-one from the animated series. Ooh. It's a polar bear. With some dude on it. Oh, Taurus, have you started clipping them, or will you be painting them on sprue? Even though I said that painting the cobblestone miniatures was a how to put it, pain in the ass, I did enjoy how they came out in the end. So when my Armored Clash arrives, I hopefully will be feeding that mini scale hunger. Silver Fox 8 is doing what exactly? Africa Core. 20 mil? I'm guessing it's 20 mil. And also using the very age appropriate huge magnifying glasses. Yeah, I feel you. Oh, so if only one spear is joined to the sprue, that means the it's only bases connecting to sprue gates. That would be very cool. And before we start missing them, Necrons. Bloody hell. Oh. I'm getting more sleep this week than ever before. You should think I'd be highly relaxed by now. Again, his own very differentiating color scheme. More Necrons. Well, even if they're on the small size of 10 mil scale, I feel if you stay with large bases, you can manage. Somehow these look like they have mohawks. Should be drinking less. I know as we're closing in on end of the stream. Fucking hell. Just in case you haven't had madness enough. Doing camo on 10 mil miniatures. Dude, why? If you need help, just call. That's madness in a bottle. Someone show this to John. Mm, 144 artist. Long time no see. At least not in the projects. What is this? Looks like sudden morphing into a little fire blob. Oh. Very old school. Dundrakon 2025. Is that a convention mini? That would be awesome. Attended Dundrakon Game Convention, Santa Clara, California. OT like to start. Oh, sadly, it doesn't say. And there's more madness on Sprue. I mean, okay, he can paint on Sprue because only contact points are beneath the little bases. I'm hoping that the Armored Clash stuff is made in a similar way so that I can paint some things on Sprue, because the handling of that small scale is just a nightmare. Holy... What the fuck is this? Cyclops family. Jeeves. My name is Mud. Oh, it's one-offs. That's nice. That's no mini, sir. Those are minis. Tiny, tiny minis. He's really going off the deep end. Oh, excuse me. Oh, fuck it. And there's Blindriptus again with the shattery points. I feel, ladies and gentlemen, we should use this thread more often. Not especially on the show, but we as community on OTT, because we need to put some different pictures in there. Otherwise, we could call this thread the Burgess and Grand Vanity Man thread. Oh, that's sad to hear, Zoipin. I hope you're at least having fun painting other scales. Yeah, towards the vehicles, I'm not so worried about painting because they need to be assembled anyways. And if I start painting them before assembly, either assembly will go horribly wrong or the paint job will just look crap. God's own scale only now. So you're painting yourself. Or your significant other. Oh, see, here's the finished ones. Tiny 10mm orcs. I'm still very proud on how they turned out. Still thinking hard about how to do the base to make a proper diorama, but it'll come to me, I'm pretty sure. I'm still having a bit more than 2 months time left, so there should be something coming along. Yes, and many in many regards that's down to the sheer casting quality of metal. It's just the paint just flow by itself. I hardly need to do anything. Thank you very much, Zork. And I'm pretty much happy that I got them before current events. Even though they're a bit on the pricey side back then even. Good night, Demon Sub. I feel like we should start to establish a trade network for hobbyists. So that when I need something that's made in the US, that somebody will buy it for me, I will send them the money and they will just send it as a gift so that there's no VAT added or something, maybe? There must be a way to circumvent some of the costs. And lest we forget Necrons. I feel a U-boat would be a wee bit overkill for that purpose. Though I do like your enthusiasm. Even more tiny stuff being primed. I mean, I thought that Brexit was a pain in the ass regarding the hobby and getting stuff, but this is getting ridiculous. Tiny, tiny gun and spotter, but why is the spotter standing in front of the gun? Also, a very genius stroke of thinking using screw heads as painting handles. Why didn't I think of that? And thinking that thought a little bit further, if you use something with a threading that uses nuts and bolts, so nuts, you could just make 2 nuts on the bottom side and you have already a micro painting handle. Huh. Recasting can eliminate a lot of the hobby costs. Yeah, but it can also eliminate a lot of the hobby. Why don't you as a chum in the UK to take delivery and then forward it to you? I'm not sure I'm getting what you're saying, Zoipin. Oh no, no praying here. That's where I draw the line. We can talk politics, but no, religion stays off. Sending from UK to Germany might incur customs. Yes, it will. Ah, okay, yeah, but then again, like Toro said, UK, EU will still infer VAT and customs and charges. But basically, if I don't buy anything, if I buy anything that's outside of the European Union currently, I'm guaranteed to have added costs of at least 20% of the item. Yeah, but you can do that only so often before customs get nosy when you're receiving an influx of gifts. Plus, I'm not that keen on many stuff anyhow, but it just even lowers the bar of getting stuff from anywhere else in the world. Unless they have a distributor on this side of the pond. That lady doesn't look very healthy. It's very red. Lady, you might have cut yourself. Maybe you want to go see a doctor. Who's this? Basic brush. Crossed the 150 painted miniatures number on March 24th. Which is, if I do my math, 59, 60, 84th day of the year. I think that's just for 150 for this year. Oh no, my music has stopped. Yes, do music play. To play the music. Look, tiny fighting man coming around again. Though these don't have camo, so he seems to be on the way of getting better. 8th Army in the desert. That's a lot of tiny fighting men. I have the music very quietly on my earphones, and they also come through the stream, but I've reduced stream audio to the stream so that you don't get flooded with music. So if you're on the lower side or have listening to stream via loudspeakers, you might not pick it up. I can turn it up if you want to hear the weird and wacky sounds I'm listening to. Oh, Nick, you naughty boy. Don't smuggle miniatures to Ireland. Latest, Mr. Toro. He's really getting a hang of these tiny fighting men. Still keeping himself restrained from doing even more weird camo. Though, to be fair, even without the camo, the amount of detailing he's put into these is insane. Prison wallet. No, please, Orinoco, don't. No. Don't put that picture into my head. Ewok Kebab at home trying to get rid of stuff he put into his prison wallet. Ah. I did want to sleep tonight, you know. A Dark Vermin again. And his Mythic Battle Pantheon. Those are interesting looking models. Though unless you have the game, I think I wouldn't know what to do with. Sorry. With them. That's why I never collect chaos. Too dang pointy. Well, then best not collect Gundam either. It's sharp edges all the way. Why are they all grinning like they have serious toothaches? Again, Necrons as a kind of palate cleanse at this point for Mr. Grand Vanity Man. The one on the far right looks a wee bit exhausted. Oh, that's a different unit. Okay. I see. Multi-camo by Tao Chi. Seals for Rogue Warrior. Yep, that's a lot of splattered colors on the miniature. And Necrons. You know what? When at the start of this stream, when I said I'm pretty sure we won't make it to the end of the streams, we're on the last page, and we're having Necrons again. I don't know. This gives off some Surfs Up vibes. Was that, yeah, ride the wave, dudes. Let's go. Have a beer. Oh god, and even big flyer things. If these don't remind you of Stargate, then I have no hope for you. And another one. Yes, people, we should actually put in some stuff into this thread. I'm out of beer. Hold on a second. The "What are you painting now" thread on the OTT forums, Nick. Yeah, Danley, that's my main takeaway from this too. It feels like spamming the web if you put it in different things. So, yeah, this is now over. Let's go back to here. So, the way I usually do it is I put my stuff in projects, random what I'm working on stuff goes into the Waypan thread, if I can remember. And when I hit let's say a goal of some description within the project or painting phase, I put it onto the Weekender thread. A Battle of the Bulge? Yes, they are, James. Painting phase is still going on. Oddly enough, they seem to have taken on promotional videos for one of the upcoming Kickstarter games, but blimey if I can remember. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, they do have their quirks. Let's see if I can find the news. And remember the bloody game name. Potentially not. That's not in there. Was it? I think it was Zeogenesis. Let me take... Yep, I'm pretty sure it's that. Because that's the advertisement for Zeogenesis 3.0, and this is clearly the hobby space from the Painting Face Studio, and that's Geoff the Barber. So, they definitely had a different vibe with Peachy on him, James. I'll give you that. But I feel it's a bit unfair to say since Peachy left they just went downhill, and that's not quite the case. They have a Oh, this is probably something I should say. Heartening amateurish style to them. Jugs is a completely different beast, Nick. Yeah. Though I do like the giggly bits that these 3X Games Workshop employees have. Though I feel Peachy on his own falls flat on his face. For me personally. That's nothing against him as a person, but I feel every time I try to watch one of his videos, I just like, nah. He's a great painter, but his videos are just not my cup of tea. And they don't need to be my cup of tea, because there's so much tea on YouTube regarding miniature painting. Yeah, they somehow go off very well, Peachy and Joff. They have some chemistry going that works. And James, it's absolutely fine. Judging by his Patreon, there are a lot of people like you that enjoy Solo Peach, but it's just his way of doing things isn't mine, and partially it's similar to points from Painting Face. I can't really get behind. Like, for example, when Painting Face does the advertisements for sponsorships for Squarespace, and they do this little skit with Space Marines talking. That was funny one time, and not again. Though he's what's his face again? The other guy from the Painting Face, he does good writing, but it's still the joke has been done. But hey, I'm very I'm not a very good watcher of stuff. I find there's so many YouTube channels that have 6 or 7 digits viewers, and I just go, why? Pat, that's the one. Yes, thank you, Nick. So, for example, there's Eons of Battle, and every time he starts talking, I go, dude, you're talking about stuff that's 10 years old, like it's been before times. Start growing a beard. I've actually reached out to Pat and Joff and said if they ever thought about having guests on via remote, and they don't really fancy that, which I can totally understand. If you ever seen any of their live streams with Joff joining in remotely, it's that was a fun fest. But yeah, also for to be absolutely straight on with it, I'm a patron of Painting Face just for sheer shits and giggles, and because I liked them when they had Peachy, and I still think they have some very nice interviews running around the place. And it's a much more relaxed and coffee table approach most of the time. I could try sending biscuits, but I guess until they arrived in at their place, they would have turned soggy or be crumbled to dust by the mail system. And what's it with biscuits and cookies as a form of bribe in the hobby? Michael from Tabletop Workshop also accepts cookies as a bribe, at Hamburger Techniker. Could I, or should I, try to make people come on more often? I don't know. The thing is, having as little time as I have, it's very what's the word I'm looking for? Exhausting to make time in the evening to get people on, because I can't do that during daytime. Well, maybe in the summer when I have my big leave from office and can properly plan days off. Yes, yes. See, Nick, the thing with bench warmers is, and I've tried this a couple of times, it doesn't work. And that's totally fine. Jerry is away on a very short notice. Totally fine. No, what I was talking about was not the hobby hangout with guests, but just a complete different take on stuff. Just having like the video I did with John. Everything but hobby. I liked doing that, and I would enjoy doing that more. And someone somewhere over at OTT still needs to reply to my latest email way back when. Ben? Pretty sure he's not going to listen to this, so yeah, there might not be another episode on that. And due to the fact that I'm now not using Skype anymore, because, well, Skype is going to be discontinued at the end of this month, I think. We could actually just jump in on Discord and have a group chat for funsies. If Ben actually would do that, Orinoco, I would feel so bad. I'd feel so bad about that. Yeah, but that would be another layer of software on top, James, and yeah. I think I still got some rights on the OTT Discord for the talking hall. What's it called again? I can't remember. The hobby hall and the main stage. Either one of those. And that could be used for that. And that wouldn't need to be a live stream or such. It could be just a recording. That's what I'm talking about, James. I already use Discord now with Jerry for this since last episode because fuck Skype. And I feel if I can learn a bit more about how things work, I'll just grab the OTT hobby hall and make a weird video, or just audio for that matter. Also, just to poke the bear a bit, on another podcast, a German podcast, there's a monthly or bi-weekly painting session in their Discord. Mainly speech, but some people have their webcams on. How about something like that for OTT? Just a, let's say, I don't know, Friday night painting session. Or Sunday night, Saturday. There are so many other hobby things that just cross. I mean, we have that Discord. Why not use it? No, not hot top party. No, bad boy down. And it wouldn't need to be anything planned in a broader sense or strictly done. Just have a, for example, go, yeah, weekender starts at 8 p.m. my time. Start the hobby chat right after and have a 1 hour to 2 hour painting sessions. What's wrong with you people with your fixation on hot tops? I've given you hot tubs last week. If you haven't seen it, go back on YouTube, watch that video. There's no more hot tubs to be had. Not from me. Hump night hobby on a Wednesday. That would be working fine. Tell you what, because I'm obviously intoxicated right now, I'm going to make myself a note for things to plan and maybe do a survey. Now, phrasing to be read later.
No fucking times.
Yes, I know, Nick. Hence why I did it on a piece of paper and not on a napkin. I'm not stupid. Well, not that stupid, anyways. But yeah, there's just have a open door night, open floor. Just come in, paint, talk, chat, show off your latest miniature. Just don't show your mutinous tutinous. That might send some people running. Oh, and a little bit more serious question for the audience. The last two videos, the reviews on OTT that Justin did, is it just me, or did he sound somehow sick? He sounded very, well, under the weather would be an understatement. I felt he sounded very, very bad. And I'm hoping that's just my impression, and if you're not feeling well, Justin, man, get better soon. Obviously, nobody knows. All the latency has been going on. Oh no! For the first time in history, I have dropped frames. Why is that? 0.1% frames dropped. No, it's not slowing down. His voice actually crackles like either recovering from a cold or being way into having a cold. So maybe he's just having not the best time. Yeah, that's my thinking. The first video, the voiceover in the later half of the video was better, so he sounded more like his old self. But then the last video that I watched, he was just... I felt he at any minute he's going to fall flat on his face. And I feel we've seen too many people from the hobby go too early. Scurvy, as he doesn't like veggies. As much as that might have been a humorous comment, Zorg, I feel there's a wee bit truth to that if his diet is actually like anything that what Jerry has been suggesting. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of vegetables myself, to be brutally honest, but man, sometimes your body screams and then you need to listen. He needs more salad or spiders. Oh, I know what might be the solution or the problem causing his excuse me. It's causing him to be less well fed. If I remember correctly, OTT doesn't have a store anymore that sends out stuff, so he's not licking as many parcels. And yes, James, that mystery food challenge was amazeballs. I'd highly advocate for something like that to be happening again. I know most people have been talking about OTT needing to get back together for in-place chatting for the XLBS and the Weekender. Yes, I also do get why that's a very hard to reinstate thing for the guys right now. But if they could do some specials like that food chatting and stuff, it's... yeah. Yes, the glue was keeping him healthy. And can I just say, I do miss the weird interactions of Warren and Lloyd and whoever had the misfortune to be within the reach of those two. But I do also get why they are, well, stepping back to a degree. Doing different things within the company. I think that's the main part that we all try to ignore. Time marches on and it's not kindly to any of us. Not really, is it? Teeth go bad, hair's getting grey. If it stays in any place, bellies get fat. Eyes go even badder. Hearing, don't talk to me about hearing. Nick, I'm pretty sure Justin will be at Salute. I'm pretty sure he'll be having planned way things ahead so that Jerry will be very annoyed to be on a ferry way too early. Do we have any other important time-critical topics? You ask yourself. You also may start thinking about what day of the week is the best day of the week for having a OTT hobby hangout. Or painting hangout. Or painting chat. Or whatever we want to call it. Yes, Zork, I know. Hello, Meldroth. Oh, welcome. But you're a wee bit late to the party. I was just about to wrap up, unless people were throwing ideas at me, because, as you can see, no Jerry to be found. Jerry is doing stuff for Salute, so that's fine. Totally okay. I might put in a wee bit of a notice into the thread we've been looking at all evening. If I can find it again, for fuck's sake. Let's see, what's the date? 4th, 8. Spunk. Oh, 30 minutes away from Salute. That's almost lazy walking. So I'm guessing Hazy Boy will be doing a lot of secondary podcasting away from Salute, talking to the guys from OTT. So, since nobody has any bright ideas of what to do next between shopping and the bar, where's the difference? On both sides, you spending money. Okay, shopping is a little bit long and term investment. Since nobody has any bright topics, all backstages should meet up on Saturday and follow Ben around Hack. You know what you did. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know by now. Well, I'm going to drop off now. I'm feeling a bit sleepy after 1.5 cans of beer. I really can't hold my liquor anymore. I don't know, Dick. I'll try to turn my head, and then maybe next week we'll do a thing on the Wednesday evening. Though I do need to go back to work, but it's in the evening, so it should be fine. Plus, I need to get my painting done stuff anyhow, so thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Don't mind the red eyes. That's just hay fever season, and fuck Poland. We'll see you again next week.
Bye.